Hello, everyone. We will be joined shortly by Taralyn. There she is. Hi.
Hi.
Hi. Let's see. I need to get that banner on. Oh. There we go. Awesome. I'm so excited to watch your class today.
It'll be fun. I am excited too. I hope people have lots of questions and we can get a lot of good discussion going about Roots Tech. It's been so busy and there's 800 classes. So I want to hear what everyone is watching and loving so I can watch too.
I'm excited. So why don't you tell us which class of yours we are watching, and then tell us maybe a little bit about it.
All right, so the class that we're doing the premiere for is Finding Your Cousins on Instagram. And I love social media. I think it can be a tool. It's a tool. It's not good or bad. It's how we use it. And we are so lucky to have an amazing Instagram community, Twitter community, Facebook community here. And we can collaborate and network. And the best part is we can find our cousins. And I have had so many good experiences connecting with people, especially through Roots Tech, which you'll see in the class, using hashtags and geotags. And that's kind of a little sneak peek.
Awesome. Great. Okay. Yesterday, technology wasn't the best. Kind of kept messing up on us. So I'm going to see if I can share my screen and we'll get started. Does that sound good?
Yeah, that sounds good.
Great. Awesome. Share screen, share audio. Let's see how this goes. Okay. Woo. Push play.
Hi, my name is Taralyn Parker, and I am a journalist, a social media manager, and most importantly, I love family history. This class encapsulates all three of those things. I am so excited to be sharing with you some of my favorite tips and tricks for finding your cousins on Instagram. It is such an amazing tool. So let's dive right in. So here are the next 20 minutes in a nutshell. Of course, we're going to be talking about the benefits of using this as a tool to find your cousins and further your genealogy resource. And we'll dive right into the nitty-gritty of those tools. We'll be talking about who to follow and how to find them. We definitely want to touch on hashtags and how best to use them. And we'll be looking at geotags, and we'll be sharing a lot of stories along the way. Now, we only have 20 minutes together, so I have compiled additional resources for you at my website. So please take a screenshot and be sure to visit and grab those resources. Now, I am going to be checking in on the comments, so if you have any questions or Instagram accounts that you like to follow, be sure to leave them below so I can check in on those. So let's dive right in. Meet Annie Elizabeth. This is my third great-grandmother, and she just so happens to be the third great-grandmother of Taralyn from Branches Art. Now, how did we make this connection? It all started with using the RootsTech hashtag. Every year when I go to RootsTech, I look at what other Instagram accounts are also using the hashtag. And one year I came across Carolyn's Branches account. I loved what she was doing, so I followed it. A few months after RootsTech, I am swiping through my stories, and what pops up? A picture of Annie Elizabeth. And I have to tell you that it hit me straight at my heartstrings, because I've seen this photo before on Family Search, and it makes me tear up even now. But it was the first time that I had seen a photo posted to social media that wasn't from someone that I immediately knew. It was a distant cousin, where our ties through our third great grandmother. It was a distant cousin who was sharing her story, and I loved that. And we connected. You better believe I gave it a heart and I commented, and come to find out, we live in the same town, and Taralyn and I have collaborated on family history projects, and she is now my dear friend. All because she posted a picture of our ancestor. I found a cousin, you can too. So let's get posting. But first, let's talk a little bit about Instagram. We know it's a social media platform, and it is fantastic, especially for sharing videos and photos. There are millions of worldwide users, so if you're looking for a long lost cousin from another country, Instagram might be able to help you. In fact, 80% of Instagram's users are outside of the US. Instagram users are very engaged. They spend a lot of time on there. The largest age demographic is 18 to 35, but don't worry, there's people older than that on there too. I'm older than that. This is also a great way to interact with younger demographics. And if you want to connect with your grandkids, this is a fun place to do it. So how do we do it? And you may already know many of these. We can do that through posts. You can share up to 10 photos and even a video on your own Instagram feed. There are also stories. Now, stories aren't permanent unless we save them to those cute little highlight bubbles, and they will disappear after 24 hours unless we save them. Reels are super fun. These are short form videos, only up to 30 seconds. I like to think of stories and reels as attention grabbers to pull people into your account. And it definitely got my attention when Taralyn posted that picture of Annie in her stories. You can also do live recordings on Instagram. Who saw the interviews by Family Search last year? They had a whole series that was so fun to watch. Instagram TV is another useful tool. You can upload full-on videos, like up to 60 minutes. So these are all great tools that you can personally use and that others are using. So let's dive into examples. This is a photo of my second great uncle, Von Kimball. Now, he died during World War II. So I posted his picture on Memorial Day. And I posted it in his memory, not, you know, trying to not trying to attract cousins, but sometimes it just happens. And in this case, the wonderful Melanie Gardner from Twisted Histories recognized his photo from a source that was attached to one of her husband's ancestors. So she sent me this great page from a booklet, and it includes her husband's great uncle as well as my second great uncle. And now I have this wonderful resource because she recognized the photo. And I love interacting and connecting with people like this. You never know when someone else is going to have a piece of your family history. So Instagram can work magic for us. So both Melanie and Taralyn were people that I was following. They're people I connected with at Roots Tech. So how do you know who to follow? Definitely follow people who are using the same hashtags, like hashtag Roots Tech. You can also search for specific businesses or museums or genealogical societies. They usually have their own Instagram accounts too. You can choose one of your favorite accounts you're already following and take a peek at who they're following. See if you have any inspiration there. And because I love Instagram so much, and family history, of course, I've compiled a list of some of my favorite accounts on Instagram, and you can take a peek at it at that web address. If there's someone that's not on there, if you're not on there, leave me a comment and we will add you. I've included some fantastic accounts there on the right. I definitely would love to connect with you. I'm the top account. Keep moving forward with me. I absolutely love photos without families. This is one of those genealogical accounts that gives back. She is a woman from Germany, and she collects photos who they aren't attached to any families. She gets them from eBay, people give them to her, and she attempts to reunite them with their families. Now, I have a major German brick wall. I want to find out what happened to my family from the early 1900s. So you better believe I'm watching her account. I've got an eagle eye notification set to when she posts because I think she's an amazing resource. Modern Genealogy has fun challenges and tips and tricks. I love Save Family Photos. Take a look at all of these. You might find a new resource that you love. Now, I'll let you in on a secret, or maybe not a secret, about Instagram. You can train it to show you what you want. Instagram isn't, 100% linear. Just because you follow someone doesn't mean that Instagram is going to show you all of their content. Instagram has an algorithm that is made up in part of how you interact with accounts. So the more you give those hearts, the more you comment, the more likely Instagram is to show you similar content. So leave those comments, make sure they're genuine, make sure they're relevant, make sure they're at least 4 words. You can save the post. I love Carly Morgan from Family Tree Notebooks. She shares awesome resources. So I'm fairly often saving those to refer back to when I get home to my laptop. You can message the accounts like Melanie did to give me that awesome resource. You can always share to your stories if there's something you love. But the important thing is that you're interacting in genuine ways and you're showing Instagram, hey, this is important to me, show me more. Here's another example of a way that I was able to connect with a cousin. My mom and daughter and I visited a cemetery in Holden, Utah, where several of my ancestors are buried. And I shared a story about them. I used the geotag, I used hashtags, and once again, lightning struck twice. I was able to connect with Sarah Higley from Why Family History. She is a direct descendant as well. I love making these connections. So let's talk more about hashtags. Hashtags are vital on Instagram. This is how your photos and your videos are categorized. Now, hashtags will only work on a public account. If you're a private account, you can search and see other people's posts, but they won't be able to see yours. Hashtags will connect you with other people who are interested in the same things. Some tips for using them: you cannot use special characters or spaces. That will break it up. It won't work, but you can use numbers. On Facebook and Twitter, they encourage you to only use 1 or 2, but Instagram, the more is the merrier. I've heard up to 30. I don't use that many, but you can certainly have fun with it. Just make sure it's relevant. You don't want people searching a certain hashtag and not finding what they're looking for. So in the purple are some of my favorite family history hashtags. And again, on my website, I have a post with many more of my favorites that you're welcome to use for yours. Now, a fun feature that you can do with hashtags is you can actually follow a hashtag. And I'm going to show you how to. Let's look at how easy it is to follow a hashtag. So first, you're going to go to the search bar. I am very interested in learning more about my German genealogy. So I'm going to type German genealogy. It's as simple as that. Now, there aren't a ton of posts, but I still want to follow it just in case other people start using the hashtag. So I'm going to click on that. And it's going to take me to a gathering of all the posts that have used this hashtag. Now, I recognize some German genealogy experts, so I definitely want to follow this. I love these posts about the German genealogy words of the day. It's definitely going to be helpful for me. So I'm going to click follow. And what this means is that Instagram is going to be more likely to put posts that use this hashtag in my feed. So I'll be able to see them and interact with them and hopefully find the people and the resources that I need. Okay, so super helpful. I have a long list of ones that I follow. I follow locations. I have ancestors from Salem, Massachusetts, so that's one I follow. I am doing all I can to train Instagram to show me what I want to see. Another fun way to use hashtags. I love genealogy challenges. This is one that I did with Modern Genealogy, and it's more than a name. And it is posting a photo and a story about one of your ancestors. And again, this is perfect cousin bait. Maybe someone will recognize it like I did with Annie Elizabeth. And maybe they'll contact me too, just like I did with Taralyn. So these challenges are so fun to do. 21-Day Experiment has monthly challenges you can take part in. I love Genealogy Photo a Day. They have daily photo prompts that tell you what to post. And you can find a lot of great people to follow off of these as well. It just adds to that community feel. Okay, now you've heard me mention geotags a few times. What are geotags? It is something that you can put on your Instagram post that ties it to a certain location. It is very easy to do. When you're creating a new post, simply click on Add Location. If your GPS is enabled, it will automatically pull up a list of places that have been tagged in that area. All you have to do is select the place, and boom, your photo is geotagged. And if it isn't there, 9 times out of 10 it is. If it isn't there, you can type in your own and see what's around you. Now, why would you want to do this? Let me give you an example. My 5th great grandfather is Fildingar, and he built a ranch home on Antelope Island in Utah. As luck would have it, it's still standing. In fact, it's one, or actually it is the oldest home that is still standing in Utah, which is amazing. So before I went to visit, I actually searched for that geotag, and I was able to see photos and get helpful tips about visiting there. Apparently, these little gnats are a thing, kind of crazy. So I was able to do a little research before I even went there. And then when I went, I was able to get a photo, and I attached the geotag because I want my photo to be attached. And I want people who are looking for the Fildingar home to see me at my account, and maybe we're related. Maybe this will be a way that I can find my cousin. It's just something fast and easy that you can do. Now, I would never do like my home address, but all of these historical places are perfect for geotags. More examples. You can do cemeteries like I did with the Holden Cemetery. You can do museums. The picture on the right is of the Park City Museum. When I posted, I did the geotag and I tagged the museum, and it was fantastic because it started a dialogue between myself and the museum, and they've actually provided me with some great resources in researching my husband's family. So museums, great places to geotag. Historical sites. You can do an actual city. You can do an ancestral home if it's an historical site. Basically, any specific location. Typically, when I'm at RootsTech, I'll do a geotag for the Salt Palace. All right, so we've covered a lot of information. I hope that it has been helpful. I strongly encourage you to share, to search, and repeat, and use this valuable research. Share your own stories. Share what you're excited about. And maybe someone will be able to say, wait, that's my ancestor, just like I did with Taralyn. Be part of the Instagram community. Follow and actively engage with other accounts you're interested in. Train Instagram to show you what you want to see. And then search. Just like we're leaving breadcrumbs for others to find us, follow those breadcrumbs and see what you can find. Search locations, search names. Use all of these tools to build your own community on Instagram and hopefully find a cousin or two along the way. Now, I would love to connect with you. Here's all of my information. I would love to see you on Instagram or any other social media channel. If you have any questions, please leave them below. Tell me your favorite Instagram channels. Tell me your favorite Instagram tips. I'd love to connect with you. Please enjoy the rest of RootsTech, and I hope that you can find your cousins too.
Hey, thank you for watching with me. It was kind of unnerving, like watching yourself. So I'm glad that I had lots of friends here with me. That made it easier.
I'm so glad.
Okay, well,
yeah, I don't like listening to my own voice back, but I'm glad that you were with us to watch those. So thank you. I loved your class. That was full of tips and knowledge, and I just loved them. That was so cool that you were able to find cousins and become friends with them. That is awesome. Yeah. Can you tell us a little bit more about those?
Oh, sure. And I have more, even more than that. So it's not like a singular phenomenon. I didn't just, well, maybe I did get lucky, but I really feel like using these tips that people might have similar results. So many of these were just people I connected with at RootsTech. Melanie I connected with at RootsTech, Taralyn, it can totally help you find these distant cousins. I just saw Lisa had a good question. Do you mind if I'm going to pop it up?
The geotag one?
Yeah, so she said, can you do a geotag after you've already posted something, or does it have to be done when you post? And the good news is you can do it either way. I was actually like looking really quickly. So you can go in and edit or add a location after the fact. So if you already have photos up that you want to go back in, you can go in and change it. And that was someone else asked me a similar question yesterday with the geotags. They said, does it have to be where your phone is? And I'm like, no, it doesn't have to be where your phone is. Your phone will automatically, like with the Bluetooth and stuff, it'll search for where you are to help you find the tag. But you can always just search for the location, like search for Salt Palace or Fielding-Gar Home, and you can put it in. So
yeah. Awesome. Great. Awesome. Okay, I'm just looking through the comments since my screen was the class. Yes. Why don't you answer Lisa's other question?
That's good. They we're not screening the rest of them live, but I'm gonna pop a link in the comments, and it has I had 3 other classes, and they're all up there. And I'm gonna be in the chat rooms like all day because I love talking to you guys about this stuff. So yeah,
fun. I'm so glad. Make sure you guys go like Taralyn's classes. Oh
yes, thank you.
Yes. So I'm going to show you that really quick again so that you know where it is. I know that was a question we have been asked before, but in here on Roots Tech, this is where we just watched the video, but you'll notice down here at the bottom, it says a thumbs up and a 12. So we need to get that number up. I know I've already liked it. Will let me like it more than once? I don't think it will. Darn it.
I feel like my daughter loves YouTube videos, and that's always like, and give it a big thumbs up. So
yes, go give them a thumbs up.
I totally would appreciate that.
Yes. So go to her link. It's just in the comments. Go find this video that we just watched the class. Sorry, and make sure you thumbs up it. What other geotags? Tell us more about geotags. That's something that I don't use very often. So convince me, sell it to me.
Okay, I've just started using them in the past year, and I love it. Like, I think one of the examples I used was I'm researching at some towns in Germany, and so I searched for and I follow. Well, no, that was the hashtag. I went to hashtags instead. But I regularly click on the geotag because you can search for geotags too. And I regularly click on like those towns that my ancestors are from. And then anyone who's used that tag, it pops up their pictures. So like this winter, I got all these beautiful pictures of these forests in Germany, and it's just fantastic. I can see where my ancestors lived. So
that's really cool. So can you follow a geotag like you follow a hashtag, or do you just have to search for it every once in a while?
That is a really good question, and we're going to look that up real time.
Perfect. Sorry,
we are.
Threw you under the bus there.
No, like, you know what? That's the fun thing about Roots Tech is we learn as we go, right? And you cannot follow a geotag, but you can search for a geotag. So always ask questions.
So you just search for it every once in a while?
Yes.
Okay. Perfect.
So Lisa said, how do you use it after you've posted? So if you go into, I wish I could share a screen on my phone, but if you click, so I'll give you a lightning fast tutorial. If you click on the individual post, and then there's 3 dots up in the corner, you just go to edit, and then on mine, at the very top, it has my, like, keep moving forward with me, and then there's an add location. And if you just click on add location, you can type in wherever you want it to be. So hopefully that helps, Lisa.
Awesome.
So it's like the menu, edit, and then edit location, and you can do it. So
Perfect. Awesome. Okay, so let's go to hashtags for a little bit. Tell me about those. So you can hashtag on Instagram for like 30 of them. Do you do like your ancestors' names or their family name, the surname? What do you do with like the family names?
that's a great question. I have like different categories of hashtags that I use, and I totally do the last name. Like I'll do like
Perfect.
I'm looking for the Zackers, so I'll just do hashtag Zacker or hashtag Zacker family. And I haven't got any bites on those yet, but the breadcrumbs are there. If anyone searches those, they are going to find me. And it's just, I feel like it's all about leaving these little clues, these little breadcrumbs for people to find us, and then for them to and for us to find them. So
Awesome.
You can do the family names. I do places. And then, of course, like Roots Tech. Everything I'm posting this week has Roots Tech Connect on it because I want to connect with everyone at Roots Tech.
Perfect.
And then there's the challenges. There's so many different purposes and ways you can use for them.
Awesome. Okay, and so you said we can follow hashtags. Is there a limit to how many we can follow, or is it just like making a new friend?
I think it's just like making a new friend. They haven't stopped me so far, and I'm following a lot. And that's
awesome.
It plays into that algorithm again. So if you're following a hashtag, it's going to be more likely to show you more of people who are using that hashtag. So like this week I follow Roots Tech Connect Official. Like my feed is full of the Harry Potter, my heritage pictures, and I love it. It just makes me so happy. That's what we're interacting with this week. So
awesome. Okay. Well, speaking of that, you've been a part of the 21 Day Connections experiment. Tell me about your Make My Memes, our Make My Memes.
Oh my goodness. I am so glad you asked that because I think it is so fun. And I would love to see like a ton of them during Roots Tech. Our team created these incredible, they're basically like meme templates. So you go to, and maybe Michelle could throw the link in the comments, but you go to our website to www.connectionsexperiment.com/ oh, there it is. We'll
Make
just pop that over.
NNM. Yes.
There it is. And we have so many different fun experiences. I just posted one that says we're related, and it has a picture of me and Olivia. We're like basically sisters. We're ninth cousins. And
I love it.
You can make your own social media shareable, but there's so many different templates. There's like your heritage recipes. Like I was thinking of Karen Duvall. Oh, perfect. Yeah, pull it up.
Okay, I was gonna say, can you see it? Okay, so here, heritage recipes.
Yeah, your funniest childhood photo. Random Me Facts uses the Family Search website, right, to pull up all those cool facts about ourselves.
Some of them is the Family Search website. Some of them are another website that they give you access to, that they tell you about. Yeah. I love this heirloom story and the heirloom photo. That's one of my favorites.
And so we talk so much about, okay, let's use social media for good. Let's use it as a tool. And these memes are like a perfect example of that. It's like a pretty way. I love the examples. It's a pretty way we can share our story online. It's so fun. Okay, the Celebrate an Ancestor one, like I'm just waiting for Family Search to tell me someone had a birthday because I want to post them. They're so pretty. Like they're so fun. So we would love it if you head on over there and did some, and we want to see it and we want to share it. So if you tag us at 21 Day Connect or use our hashtag 21 day experiment, then we'll be able to see it. There's that We're Related.
Perfect.
That's the one I did with.
Yes, I was going to say, this one
Olivia.
is so fun and so perfect for Roots Tech. I mean, we're all excited to find out who our relatives are. I think that's been the funnest thing for me. And this is a cool way to say, hey, look, I'm friends and we're family. We're cousins. So yes, definitely go check those out. The link is right below us. They're in the comments. Go check them out. Go tag us. I love Liv's Treehouse. She said, sister from another mister.
Yes. Well, we got to get busy. Like, I checked my numbers today, and I hadn't checked it since it started. 56,000. Like, I could make 56,000 memes. Like, I need to get typing and chatting. Like, good things are going to be happening in my lines because I have 56,000 people.
That'll be awesome.
Yeah.
Well, definitely share your hashtag with your family members so that you guys can correlate information, right?
Yeah.
I love that. Awesome. Okay, so talk to us about making a post. How long can a post be? What's the best to include in a post? Because we are limited in characters we can use. How do you pick a picture? Explain posting to us. Help us out.
Oh, sure. Well, what I love about Instagram is it's so visual. Like, you can post those animated photos from my heritage. You can post the memes. You can post any of these things, and I love the graphics. So as far as the character limit, Instagram's best for like short, brief stories. You know, we all have those binders, like those giant binders on our shelves. And not a lot of my daughter, she's not going to read it. As a child, I totally read it because I loved it so much. But we need to reach, and we want to reach our other family members. So taking those little bits and pieces and stories from those giant binders, breaking it down into like consumable social media posts is such a fun thing to do. And it can actually help us with our research too. Like, not only are we sharing, but we can be gathering too. And this is what I talk about in my Power of the Post class. My great aunt and I, on my grandma's side of the family, we've totally connected over social media. Oh, that one too. I have multiple great aunts.
Oh, do you? I thought it was this one. Oh man.
No, I am highly like blessed in the great aunt department. I adore my Aunt Lynn. But this one's my great aunt Afton. So especially with the pandemic, we can't really get together in person. And so I've been posting photos to Facebook, and then I tag Afton and I ask her, like, well, who is this? Because Afton is my grandma's younger sister, and my grandma was the oldest. So she had a lot of the photos, and then I inherited tons of photos, but I don't know who it is, but Afton does. So
Afton does. That's awesome. So you're getting your pictures labeled and adding a story to them. That is awesome.
And I love it because, like, the one of the most recent ones I did, it was this little Boy Scout troop, and I had no clue anyone in it. And it was a great uncle. And he's like, oh, that's me. And that's my cousin. And he tagged his cousin. And that's my friend. And he tagged his friend on Facebook. And it's just fantastic to be able to use it to get information too. So
to connect that way. That is awesome. That is so cool. Okay, so we asked you for a fun fact before, and I want to pop it up, and I want to ask if anyone knew this about Taralyn. So, did you guys know that she was a clogger? How crazy is that?
True.
And she toured with the BYU Idaho International Folk Dance Team. And they did dances from all around the world. And she says that totally counts as family history. I love that. So, Taralyn, I want to see you clog and put it on Instagram.
I don't even know if I have the shoes anymore, but my brother still
Oh, that's
pod.
so funny.
He was on America's Got Talent, I think. Yeah. So
Oh, so
I'll post him.
cool.
But
There you
yeah,
go.
it was
Post them
fun.
instead.
And I do
That is
count
so
the
cool.
folk dancing because dance and music, this is all part of our heritage too.
Yes.
And
Yes.
I didn't know all the countries my family was from as much back then, but now it's kind of fun to look back and be like, oh, that's a folk dance my ancestors may have done. That's
I
fun.
love it. I love it. That is so cool. Okay, you have a fifth cousin 2 times removed on here, Sherry.
Hi, Sherry.
So you'll have to
See,
find
now
out which relative or which ancestor is similar. Sherry, if you want to look that up real fast, she'd love to know.
Yeah,
And
Camille
then
knows
Lisa,
what I'm thinking.
yeah, Lisa and you are 10th cousins 1 time removed. I love that. And I am 11th cousins with Lisa. So very, very
Yes.
cool. I love it. I love this ability to connect. Oh, let's go take that off.
And it's so fun for me when it's sometimes the further back, because I spend so much time looking at like the 5th or the 6th, that,
Yes.
you know, what you can see on your tree, that
Yeah.
sometimes I don't get back to the 10s and the 11s. And I love going and looking. Like Sherry said, Jeremiah Bingham is our common ancestor. And
Very
I recognize
cool.
the Bingham part, but now I'm going to have to go check out Jeremiah.
Yeah, now you're gonna go look, right? So
Yeah.
I follow you on Instagram, and I know you had some fun with the Mayflower anniversary the end of last year. And those are some of those 10th and 11th cousins are from the Mayflower, right? Coming over.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, awesome. So why don't you tell us a little bit about the fun that you had there with the Mayflower with your kids?
Yes. Well, and that's another fun thing you can do with Instagram is tap into some of these more popular, like there were a lot of people talking about the Mayflower, so I used the Mayflower hashtags, and I was able to connect with that whole Mayflower community. And it was fun because some of my like cousins, they didn't realize we had Mayflower ancestry.
Yeah.
So when I did a post, kind of like Camille's done this post too. We love doing this post. It's with our ancestors' names, and there's just something cool about reading all of their names, like up to your Mayflower ancestor.
Yeah. Our lines all the way back to them. Yeah.
Yeah, it's just fun, and then your family members can see. So
yes, I love those posts. Those are a lot of fun. What I really liked about it was that my kids were learning about the Mayflower too, and it's around Thanksgiving, and we were able to talk about it, and that's when they landed, and why they had come, and how it bloomed into what we are living at today. And it was so cool to be like, you had ancestors there, you had family members there, and they were so excited. I love that. That is so cool.
Mm-hmm. It's so fun when you can tie them in. Like I remembered after doing that, we checked out books from the library, and it was like very simple children's book, but like multiple names were from our ancestor lines. And it was like, oh, like these were kind of the naughty ancestors, and these were, we had the whole spectrum of profound troublemakers to, the governor. But it was fun like you said, for them to see themselves in history.
Yeah, see themselves in history. I love that quote. That needs to be written down. See themselves, for our kids to see themselves in history, and ourselves. That's what's really cool to me, is to see myself in history and to be able to make it come to life. It makes history come to life. I love that. I totally had a thought pop in about the Mayflower now. Oh, picture books. I love picture books. I was told, I actually just read, I think last week, that is it Jennings who was the Jeopardy champion for a long time? Anyway, I think it was him. It might have been a different champion, but that's how he learned and was able to win on Jeopardy, was he would read children's books. nonfiction children's books. Anyway,
Like as an adult?
that is what is
You
so
did it as
cool.
an adult?
Yes.
I had no idea.
Yeah.
That's amazing. That's cool.
Yeah, isn't that crazy? It's like simple enough knowledge, but it's so powerful because it's the nitty gritty. I just love, Ken Jennings. Thank you, Justin. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it was him. And anyway, he would read picture books so that he could learn enough to go on Jeopardy. I thought that was so crazy.
Well,
So, yeah.
And that just popped into my mind too. Like, if Ken Jennings is consuming like shorts, specific to the point picture books, like
Yes.
Instagram is the picture books of genealogy. Like, that's how our kids can know and remember and the stories, not just our kids, our family members. It's when it's short, memorable, and visual. So I love that. Good timing.
I love that. Perfect. Yes. Yeah. And I love going to the library and finding books that have to do with what I'm learning about with my ancestors. The other day I went and they've got a picture book of the Little House on the Prairie. And I was like, you guys, your ancestors did this. Your great grandma had lived in a dugout just like this. And they were like, wait, it's made out of dirt? And it was so cool to be like, yes, and this is what it looked like. And anyway, so yeah, I just love going to the library and finding those picture books that relate to what we're learning about. Awesome.
It's so fun.
Yes, I love them.
I save a lot of those posts on Instagram. You can save. Oh, that's actually a cool Instagram update too. In the last month or so, they've put like a higher importance on saving Instagram posts, like using that little box with the arrow cut out. It's important if you save the Instagram post, and then if you share them, then you'll be more likely to see those posts. Like, they get more traction in Instagram. So if you see something you like, go ahead and save it. I'll be seeing lots of books because I save tons of books, but
yes. Oh, I do too. I love those ones that share them. Yeah, especially about the heritage or the homelands. That's what I love, is that's what brings us there, is all of these heritage books that we can't travel. Okay, I'm going to share my screen because I want to show them how to save, because you're right, it is something new. So on Instagram, when you come across a post, right here on the right side is that little bookmark tag ribbon. Yeah. You just click it, and that's it. And now it's saved. And I can go, let's see, I'm on my computer, so it's a little bit different, but nope. Let's see, where's my save? Do you know? I don't know on my computer. I know on my phone. Oh, there we go. So you click on your profile, and here's all of my saved. This is my personal account, but here are all of my saved posts, and you can put them into different categories and folders, which is really cool.
Yeah. So if you that's like perfect for like filtering everything we're seeing on Instagram about Roots Tech. You can go back and look at it and save it and apply it, because let's be honest, we don't have time to apply everything in the next 3 days. We're going to want to go back and look at it. So super helpful.
Okay, we've got another question from Lisa here. She says, when you use hashtags for family names on Instagram, do you just put hashtag Parker or hashtag Parker family?
I do both, because you can have 30 and I never hit the 30. I'm sure you could have more, but I never hit the 30. So I do both.
Perfect. Yes, I love that. I find when I'm searching for hashtags, I never know what to search for. I'm like, okay, what's going to be more popular, or what's going to have that gem in there? And so I love that you just put both. Honestly, Lisa, like whatever hashtag you can think of that relates to your post, put it, because you've got burnt out mommies and daddies who are like, I'm just going to put the simplest thing in there or the most confusing thing in there, and you never know which hashtag is going to connect you.
And you can, and so that's for we kind of talked about that in reference to like if you're doing like cousin bait, like trying to get people to find you, but you could also create a hashtag for your family. Like, because I don't actually use Parker family a lot because there are billions of Parkers, and my husband's name is John, so like John Parker family isn't any better.
Yes.
But you could do like a customized one if you wanted to just save your just kind of gather all your family photos. You can do a customized one
I love
too.
it. I love that. Yeah, I have done on a private account, I've done hashtag and then my kids' full name, because then when I go to print them or I just want to see all of my daughter Finley's pictures, it will just pull up for me, for her. And no one has her first name and her middle name and her last name so far. So that's been nice.
That's perfect. And I love what you said about about making a book. Like, because I didn't touch on that in the class either. Like Instagram and book companies, like they already have good relationships. I have made chat books like a lot for my kids, and it's so easy to do. Like you can even set it up on a subscription for it to print your Instagram every time it hits 90 photos. So yeah, if you like having the print books too, you can get it printed out. So like everything that has the hashtag Zachar family, you can have printed into a book for Christmas or birthdays. It's just really fun.
That's awesome. Okay, we've got another question here from Sherry. It says, can you make each post public or private, or does it have to be the whole account that is public or private? That is a great question.
Yeah. Now, unfortunately, it has to be the whole account. It's all or nothing. So, yep.
Hey, that's good to know.
The whole account.
So go for it.
Ahead.
You're good.
Oh, I was gonna say, and like things like hashtags are affected by whether you're public or private. If you're private, you can definitely search hashtags, but if you're putting hashtags on your own accounts, people won't be able to find them because you're private. So it only works one way. You can only find other people's hashtags. They can't find yours if you're private.
Okay, that is great to know. Yeah, so you can even make an account that is private that you just put your family pictures on if you're worried about that. But yeah, public is the way to go if you're looking for those cousins and wanting to share these stories with your family. For sure.
Yes.
Awesome.
You want to be searchable so people can find you, which is a double-edged sword with privacy and everything. But but I have so many brick walls. I'm like, please come find me.
Just do it. Just come find me. I love it. Okay, so I know it's getting close to 11 o'clock and we've got to get going. So final thoughts from you, Taralyn.
Okay. Oh, final thoughts. I would say, well, this is kind of my motto for anything family history related. It's just come as you are and do what you can. Like, don't feel like you have to like jump in and do all of the things on Instagram. Just like every single thing we're learning here this week at Roots Tech, there are tools. We don't have to use all of them. We can take what we need and put everything else out to the side for a minute and just use what we need and do what we love. So that's my advice for
love
Instagram.
That.
Make it work for you.
Okay, I was going to type that up into the banner or up into. So come as you are and do what you can, right?
Yeah, come as you are and do what you can. And come say hi on Instagram too. I love chatting. I've been chatting with people on Instagram all the last 2 days, and it's been so much fun. I've found so many new people to follow through Roots Tech.
Awesome. So. Yes. Go follow Taralyn. Go follow us at the 21-day connection experiment. Yes, for sure.
And Camille too. Camille's the mommy genealogist. You got to follow her too.
I am the mommy genealogist. I love it. It's so much fun to interact and to find new people and to learn on there. It's a blast. I agree. Okay, so yes. So hashtags will be our bridge to this, but Twitter. You didn't talk about Twitter because this was on Instagram, but tell us about the Twitter party today that you are hosting.
Okay, we are trying to have, well, not even trying, we're going to have the Twitter party of all Twitter parties over on Twitter today. It is going to be so much fun. We've teamed up with hosts from other popular Twitter parties like Twig Chat, and we have our Australia, New Zealand friends from their Twitter party. They'll be joining us. And then even like very niche specific, like one place studies, one name studies. We have these co-hosts joining us. It is very, it is fun and casual. Even if you haven't done Twitter before, it's still fun to jump in. And we're gonna have prizes. We have some amazing prizes from Fanview and also Collectionaire and Marco Polo. So that's at noon.
God.
We have so many fun things going on today.
Oh,
so many.
cool.
The Twitter party is noon.
Yeah, I am not a Twitterer, but I think I'm going to be brave and hop on today.
Yes. Yes, please join us. Lisa said, I'm new to Twitter. How do we join the party? I'm going to drop a link for you.
Perfect.
Really fast. It kind of gives you the basics of Twitter parties. If you have time to watch my crowdsourcing on Twitter class before noon, that will also help you a lot.
Okay. Perfect. So go watch that.
With what to do. But basically, you want to make sure you're following us, which you are, Lisa, because I saw you yesterday. Make sure you're following us, and then make sure we'll be tweeting out questions like, what was your favorite class at Roots Tech? Or, what was your favorite part of the 21-Day Connections experiment? And then you just answer the question and use our hashtag. And we'll be able to see it, and it's like a conversation. But the hashtag you will want is 21-Day Experiment.
Okay. So we'll go look for the hashtag.
And search for that. And when you search for it, all the tweets will come up. It's like a conversation. So I'm trying to see. Yeah. Yep. That's my tips. So come on over, and we are.
I will go watch that.
Connect.
Okay.
And it's a lot of fun.
Okay.
And you can even shout out, help, I'm not sure what I'm doing, and we will jump in and help you too.
Perfect. Okay. So we have lots of other events like this coming up. So the best way, let me remove that banner or the comment. Sorry. There we go. Okay. So the best way to know what events are happening is to text at RT Connect to the number 81010. So I'm going to leave this up for a little bit. Go and text at RT Connect to the number 81010, and you will get text messages reminding you what events are coming up. We've got the diner. Let's see. Let me find that while you guys are finishing writing down that number. So today we also have our desktop diner, which I'm so excited about. Taralyn, you're going to be there, right?
Yes. And how many presenters? We have like a lot.
I want to say like more than 20, right? I don't know. Maybe not quite that much, but we have a bunch of presenters that want to see you face to face. They want to chat with you. They want, just like we're doing right here, but it's going to be face to face rather than in the comments. We're actually going to be able to talk to each other. So go ahead and grab your lunch, your dinner, your breakfast. We did it so that it was all available all around the world. And just come and join us. I'm going to be in the main dining room for the whole time. So I'll just be talking about what's going on with the 21-day connections. We're going to be talking about Roots Tech, just kind of having some fun. We're going to play some games. There's going to be the presenters in the breakout rooms. We're going to have themed breakout rooms. So come and join us for that. That's 2 p.m. Mountain Time. And then you can see the other times there. And hopefully you can adjust to your own timeline or time. What's it? Time period.
Time zone. You got it.
Yes, thank you. We're getting there. We're getting there. And then tonight we're having Sarah Day is having a watch party just like this one. So come and join and we can watch hers. Her class is don't be afraid to touch that button or push that button. Something like that. But
it's push the button. Just do it.
Oh, there it is. Push the button. Just push the button. And it's so she's going to be talking about the different buttons on Facebook and on Ancestry and why you shouldn't be afraid to push the button. Just do it. Just push the button, which I love.
I watched a little bit last night and I loved it. Like she goes through a lot of the interactive and fun things you can do on Family Search. So it's like, don't be afraid to explore. Like Family Search, they are constantly changing. Like they're keeping us on our toes. There are so many cool discovery. There's so many cool discovery experiences. It's hard to keep up. So I think Sarah's talking about like, don't be afraid to just click and try it because you're going to have a lot of fun.
Yes, I love that. I love that. Okay. I think this is one of the most important ones, but what do we want them to do in March?
Join us.
Yes, come join us for Genealogy Boot Camp. After Roots Tech, I'm always a little bit overwhelmed because I'm like, okay, where do I start? I just got all this newfound knowledge. Where do I start? Where do I go? This is what you guys do. You come to March's boot camp and we're going to walk you through how to take those stories that you have always heard and to verify them with facts and to add facts and to make this story come to life. So come and join us for the boot camp and it'll be a lot of fun. We have an awesome workbook that will be available for purchase to help you go along with this boot camp. So we're really excited for that. Okay.
And the boot camps for all levels, like whether you are, just starting, this is your first Roots Tech, or whether you've been doing it for years. We have Thomas McKenty doing it with us, who's famous for the genealogy do-overs. I'm pretty sure I can guarantee you'll learn something new next month.
Yes.
It'll be fun.
Yeah, we're calling it the reboot to go along with the boot camp.
Yes.
So whether you are a seasoned genealogist doing the reboot camp, or if you are a brand new or just starting out genealogist, want to see what's going on, we've got the boot camp for you. Awesome. Okay, thank you so much, Tara. This has been so much fun. I loved learning new things about Instagram and how I can find my cousins and share my ancestor stories. You've inspired me to do it more. So thank you.
Well, thank you. And I just want to say thank you to everyone who joined us too. It was so fun talking with Justin and Lisa and Sherry. And I saw some of my new Roots Tech friends here too. Just thank you so much for joining us.
I'm just going to pop this up one more time. Okay, so Justin, if you're having trouble with the 81010, go ahead and try texting to that 720 523 0273 number. Okay. Well, thank you so much, Tara. I really appreciate it. I love talking with you. It's so much fun. Okay.
Awesome.
We'll see you
Enjoy Roots Tech, everybody.
Yes, have fun. Let us know what classes you're loving. And make sure you go like Tara's class over on the Roots Tech website.
Oh, yes. Thank you.
Yes. Okay. See you guys.